Hello, folks. Before I get started, I just remind you to go to my new website, trueconservativesusa.com. The link is below. Thank you very much. So, of course, there's more fraud happening in Pennsylvania again already, but there's not a peep from any kind of mainstream media source about any of it, just like in 2020. Exactly, because the media is in on it. They want the Democrats to win, even Fox News does. Oh, Fox? Ooh. Well, let me ask you this question. Why does Fox News have all these documentaries about the Founding Fathers if they censor anyone who spoke about the 2020 election fraud right after the election? Because they just want to pretend that they are for you and your freedoms. And they definitely have no documentaries about the abnormalities that occurred during the 2020 presidential election from Fox. Why? Their omission to address the issue fully is an admission of their complicity to help the Democrats and whatever other world organizations such as the New World Order, WEF, etc., commit all these crimes to bring about the Great Reset. And in my court, I say we take responsible, tactful actions and don't stand down. Sorry, but now Fox News in 2020 shut down all conservative voices of any kind that spoke out against the 2020 election fraud. I actually have another video on this exact topic called Wisconsin Election Fraud. You can check that in the other links that I have. Where at the end I use the exact words that a few Fox News anchors used to censor anyone talking about the 2020 election fraud. These anchors include Sandra Smith, Harris Faulkner, and Neil Cavuto, in which all of these anchors appear to have gotten raises and more time on TV for doing their part in protecting the 2020 election fraud. Now, after Rupert Murdoch left Fox News in 2012 and Roger Ailes left in 2016, Rupert Murdoch's liberal son, Lachlan, and James Murdoch took over Fox News. Roger Ailes actually allowed freedom of speech to occur on the network while he was still there. But the Murdoch brothers forced him out, and once they took over, people who spoke out against the 2020 election fraud were cut off live on the air and censored, just like on CNN. They were no different than CNN. That's because they don't want you to know the truth. So, what should we expect with this current suspicious situation in Pennsylvania? Fraud. You should always expect fraud in Pennsylvania, always, no matter what. Nothing has changed since the 2020 fraudulent election, and until this happens, nothing ever will change in Pennsylvania or any other state responsible for the 2020 fraud. So magically, close to 250,000 unverified ballots were sent to people and returned, in which the ballots in Pennsylvania are actually supposed to be verified before they're sent out. So let me guess. All 250,000 ballots are only all Democrat votes, or the majority of the votes are all Democrat. They already received the votes, so we can just check them right now. We can be like, ooh, is this Democrat? Is this Republican? We can check them right now. See if it's Democrat votes or not. But historically, fraudulent ballots have never benefited Republicans ever. These non-verified ballots were found in these counties. I'm going to read off the numbers of where these were found. So Allegheny County had 33,441 unverified ballots received. Philadelphia County had 30,428 unverified ballots received. Montgomery County had 28,501 unverified ballots received. Chester County, 21,103 unverified ballots received. Bucks County, 18,498 unverified ballots received. Delaware County, 11,737 unverified ballots received. Lancaster County, 9,207 unverified ballots received. Well, since the Democratic Secretary of State Lee M. Chapman of Pennsylvania already suspiciously announced yesterday that the election votes would not be counted completely on election night, which sounds like an admission of fraud in my book. Why does that sound like an admission of fraud? Because the election hasn't happened yet. That's why. So how would you know that you won't be able to count the votes by the end of the night? We still have 12 days till the election, which means We even have time to see if all the unverified ballots are Democrat or not right now as we speak. This is exactly why Democrats, this is exactly what Democrats always do when they're going to cheat. They wait to see how many votes they need to win by, and then they have time for people to produce these votes. Oh, yeah, we found a mail truck that had 250,000 ballots on it all of a sudden. But they only happen to be all Democrat votes by chance. Sorry, Republicans. Not one vote for a Republican. Or maybe just one vote, but that's it. No time to check to see if these are dead people voting again. Nope, just count them. Expect what they always do in elections in Pennsylvania, where the Democrats are down at the end, but then all of a sudden they found 300,000 votes, and they're all Democrat. Expect it. Expect it in Pennsylvania. You might have to deal with Fetterman for 6 years. And they always say, well, this is a known Democrat area over here, so it's not unusual to see a huge surge turnout for Democrats here. But Democrat areas aren't voting Democrat anymore. We aren't buying your bullshit anymore. And in another story, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland is going to threaten people that are just watching the polls. They're masked and armed legally. But he definitely will not stop the BLM folks and the Antifa folks that are actually attacking people with guns and weapons outside the polling stations. No, wouldn't do that. Hey, Merrick Garland, you are not God, but your time to answer for your crimes is coming fast. Believe me. Go to my new website, trueconservativeusa.com. The link is below. Have a great day.